is much to the vegan's chagrin. I'm going to discuss why we don't eat animals like orca and why we eat things like pig. Because pig is delicious on pizza. Bacon. And the big philosophy question here is how that affects our morality as omnivores. So first what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the orca. Now, as you correctly pointed out, orca are dolphins. So one of the reasons that people were getting up in arms about this whole SeaWorld thing is that we don't have enough space to keep something like a whale or a dolphin. And orca are one of the biggest species of dolphin. But I was talking to my friend who really knows her stuff about animals, and she's like, we don't have the space and the capacity to have whales and dolphins in captivity. They're just too big and we don't have the space for them. And there's another reason that we don't eat things like orca, just like how we don't eat things like lion usually, and people would get upset if we were to eat something like a lion. I'm not the only one who couldn't eat Simba. And the reason that we don't eat these animals is because their status is currently endangered. So the way that the endangered species list works is that when we have a few number of something, they belong on that list. When we have a crap ton of something, like, I don't know, a cow, when they outnumber humans, but when we have that many animals, we tend to put them on something called the least concern part of the list. Lions are actually endangered, and when I found this out, I was very sad about it. I mean, can you imagine a world without lions? We would have no Lion King. It would just be called King, and then there would be no animals in it. Because what animal other than Simba could bring the other animals together and love each other? So in my mind, something that's endangered, we probably should not eat because it's already in trouble of going extinct. Or something like a cow or a chicken that we have just a crap load of, I'm okay eating those because we could lose a few thousand and it would be okay. Animals that are delicious on pizza should be eaten. I'm sorry, animals. And the last reason that we don't eat something like orca, where we eat cows and chickens, is because cows and chickens haven't shown empathy toward one another, whereas orca have. There are very few species of animals who can demonstrate empathy toward one another. That list includes great apes, elephants, and dolphins. I would also feel bad about eating any of those other animals. It would be really hard to eat an animal that's capable of empathy. But then you may be asking, where do we draw this arbitrary line with the animals that we do and do not eat? I think this is a good example of how our empathy affects our morality when we're eating something. No one cares about eating lettuce because lettuce doesn't feel empathy. The sense of morality when we're eating something only comes along when we're eating a creature that's capable of thought. And it's this depth of thought that creates this inner turmoil in our heads. But here's the thing, we've evolved as a species to this point in order to eat both plants and animals. We are supposed to do both. It's the whole reason I have things like canine teeth so that I can rip into meat. Not only have our teeth developed to eat animals, but our nutrition is based off of it. It is extremely hard to be a healthy, functioning adult human and not eat meat. It is extremely essential to your survival. Yes, vegans and vegetarians, I know you can replace meat with other things, but I know how complicated all of your lives are when you have to replace meat with other things that aren't meat. And for me, the fact that I have morality and empathy isn't going to stop me from eating animals. Sorry, Frank the Octopus, I'm still gonna eat you deep fried because you taste delicious. Sorry, little guy. But just because I eat animals doesn't mean I want to destroy their habitats or to destroy all of their numbers so that they no longer exist. I believe in protecting animals and their habitats. And for that reason, we should let orca be out in the wild, because we can't provide the sustainable habitat that they need in order to thrive as a species. Danny, I will see you tomorrow.